exclusive and welcome back to yet another video. Today specifically we have a new episode of The Best. For those who don't know, this is our ongoing series through FIFA 21 where we try some of the worst and some of the best players in the game. Any players we can really kind of get our hands on, utilising those loans to our full advantage. And of course with that we also will give a fairly detailed overview, review and opinion on the players that we do try. So of course if you're interested in somebody, this is probably the place to be. We've already tried, as you may have already seen, we've tried Wilfried Zaha and Matej Vydra, who have been fairly interesting players. Of course I wanted to try and do a few more, but time was against me. So yeah, Zaha was a really fun player to use, obviously a good starter player at that point in the game. Now time has moved on, probably not so relevant. Matej Vydra I think is still probably quite a good option if you had the option of getting him. I think he's very similar to the new Silver Squads player or Silver Stars player, Moise Kean. So definitely one to pick up. But today, of course, as you're probably fully aware, we have the big man himself, the one and only Akinfenwa. And I think for this episode, we should probably take it outside. And there we are. So as you can see, to my right, we've got a huge Akinfenwa, and you're probably wondering how on earth did you get that massive card floating in the air? Well, basically the way I did it was... Anyway, we also have some gameplay of him running around on the pitch, or trying to run around on the pitch, up on that screen right there. And, you know, fancy setup as per. This is what you get to expect on the exclusive channel. So if you want to see more of this, really cool stuff, then of course do hit that subscribe button. Cheeky self-plug there. But yeah, Akinfenwa. Now Akinfenwa has always been a player I've always really liked in FIFA. He's never really been usable, mainly because one, he plays in the third or fourth. I think it's the third division of English football, and I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me, but it's one of the lower tiers of English football anyway, and usually those tiers don't have that many good players unless they get like team of the seasons or informs quite early on. It's very difficult to try and fit Akinfenwa into a squad. Being English, he is quite easy to link with, you know, Sterling. You've got like Rashford, that kind of stuff, you know, very standard English players. My team, if I've showed it on screen, I'm not sure if I have, but I linked him up in a formation with two cams where he had Maddison and Mason Mount on either side, so very easy stuff to do. But yeah, he's always been quite hard to link, and with that, obviously, he isn't the fastest player, as we know. He's usually had like 30, 40 pace, incredibly strong, you know, 90, usually 90 plus strength. But besides that, really nothing else. There's really nothing else too appealing with his card. Fortunately for us, and if you are aware of this, and if you play FIFA 21, he did get a Rulebreaker's objective card, which is fantastic. Still 74 rated, so bit of a bummer, but as you can see, he does have 81 pace, 80 shooting, 50 passing, 74 dribbling, and of course, well, I should be looking that way really, but and 90 physical as well. The thing I found with this card is that he's got a huge boost of pace, obviously, as you can see, and that really helped him out. But besides that, there wasn't really anything else too great on his card. Obviously, strength being the prominent figure there, you know, massive. He's a huge dude as well. I mean, look at his picture on his card. It's literally poking out the side of his actual game card. He's that massive. He couldn't even fit on a FIFA card. It really goes to show. But yeah, I mean, 80 shooting as well. It's pretty good, but I mean, his finishing was around 80 anyway, with the boost. So not brilliant, not fantastic. He did miss a few shots, quite a few shots. He did score quite a few bangers as well. So, you know, it's very hit and miss. It wasn't all as clear cut as like, oh, he's terrible, because he is actually quite good, surprising. So if you've still got the chance to pick him up, or if you did pick him up, he's actually a really fun player to use. There's a few downsides to him before we get into like the game stats. Is him being, you know, very strong and very massive. He's very slow to turn. It literally feels like you're trying to turn one of those huge boats. I can't remember what they're called, like ferries. You're literally trying to steer one of those around. it's almost impossible. Fake, like fake shots take forever. Skill moves, you can actually do a few skill moves like roulettes, and literally it's like he's just stepping over the ball. And yeah, not difficult. So I found it quite hard to kind of get through with him. The ball just got taken away from him because the people were just so much quicker. Literally everybody was quicker than Akinfenwa, which is a bit sad. I did put a hunt on him to try and boost up that pace, which I didn't really notice any kind of difference, and boost up that shooting, which again, didn't notice too much difference. The one thing I did find is that if you can kind of get him in behind, he kind of just runs. He does feel really quick. Surprisingly, on the first initial kind of burst of pace, he feels really quick and, really good. But after that, when he touches the ball, takes a touch, it slows down from there quite considerably. And like I said, trying to turn or dribble is basically non-existent. So, few drawbacks. Overall, I did actually have a lot of fun playing with this card. I found it was a real challenge, and a really nice challenge to actually try and play with somebody who's not so meta. 81 pace, he's got like 79 sprint speed and 81 acceleration, that kind of thing. I can't remember the exact stats, but it's basically that kind of thing. And yeah, so he's not really meta where you need like 80 plus pace, high 90s kind of thing. I don't think you need it, but I think on attackers especially, it's very important to have that kind of really high end pace. And yeah, Akinfenwa just doesn't have that. His 50 passing as well was a big drawback. It let him down so many times. Long passing, short passing is just terrible. So yeah, trying to pass the ball and actually do any kind of intricate passing is, again, non-existent. A lot of the times I just resorted to just punting the ball down the pitch and hoping he would get onto it. A lot of times he did. I found a lot of times when he was trying to muscle off people for the ball, he would, easily. 90 strength, no one's going to beat him. I think he's actually got 90 plus. I can't remember the exact figure, but it's definitely 90 plus strength. And he's just, he's a beast, and no one can push him off the ball. Like, who wants to? You touch him and you're probably going to die. At least most of your bones will probably break anyway. But yeah, really fun card to use. The first game, and hopefully we'll have something drop. That was pretty cool. If it didn't, then I'll probably look like a bit of a twat. But game 1, he got a 6.2 rating. Didn't score any goals. Didn't get any assists. One shot to 2 shots on target, or 1 shot on target to 2 shots rather. And he completed 19 out of 21 passes. So in the first game, the passes were actually a lot better than his shooting. Again, it was just difficult playing the first game to really understand how I should play with Akinfenwa, because I was trying to play like I was playing with, maybe my player of the month, Calvert-Lewin, where I could easily just do some passes between my midfield and my attackers, and then he would go in behind with some pace, and then I could just put a through ball or a pass in, and he would score. But it was nothing like that with Akinfenwa. It was trying to do some passes, and his pass went wayward. So it was a real struggle. But in the second game, he got a much better rating of an 8.2, scoring 1 goal, 0 assists, 3 shots to his 3 shots on target to his 7 shots, sorry, and his 17 passes completed out of 23. So again, not perfect passing, but not also too terrible for just having 50 passing. It could definitely be worse, but yeah, game 3 he got a 9.5, which was really good to be fair. He scored 2 goals, 0 assists again, 5 shots on target out of 7 shots in total, 19 out of 23 passes complete. So he, as you can kind of see as the games went on, I learnt how to actually score with Akinfenwa, and hopefully you're seeing that with the gameplay just behind me there. But in the 4th game, he got an 8.5 rating, 2 goals again, and 0 assists with 4 shots, 6 on target, getting 19 again passes out of 22 complete. So passing, as you can see, has been very consistent throughout all of the games so far, and the goal tally has been kind of racking up. He, again, it's one of those where he's just so difficult to score with that you'll find yourself not scoring that many. But he will put the ball in the back of the net if you can get him in those opportunities. Of course, I'm probably not the best FIFA player. I'm sure some of you watching this are probably so much better than I am. And probably if you have used him, maybe you've got an easier time, equally as hard or harder, I don't know. but if you're any better FIFA player than I am, you'll probably find this a bit of a breeze. I still think his agility and balance and that kind of thing is a major letdown. Just trying to turn, I think dribbling is quite important as well this year, and whereas he doesn't have much of it, if any at all, it's a massive drawback, and you can definitely tell like the slowness and just the turning and the dribbling just isn't there, whereas you might have it in so many other players. So it's something to consider anyway when picking up this card. But final game number 5, 7.2 rating, 0 goals unfortunately, but he did get 1 assist with only 1 shot on target out of 3, and he got 17 out of 18 passes complete. So once again, passing on point, can't complain, but shooting, it's definitely got something to be desired. His total, of course, racked up to a 39.6, which gave him an average of 7.9, which I think is pretty fair. I can't remember where that would put him, but hopefully on screen you'll see maybe a leaderboard, maybe somewhere around here. Hopefully I've put it in there. But yeah, Zaha I think is still at the top. I can't remember what score Vidra got, but I think that puts Akinfenwa either 2nd or 3rd in our tally. Definitely not taking the top spot from Zaha just yet, who I think got an 8 point something rating. You can definitely tell it's been a while, but yeah, I think that's pretty fair for Akinfenwa. I think he's definitely not a high tier player, but he's definitely not a low tier player. I think he's very average. Being average isn't bad, I suppose. Just he's just not that usable, I think, and it's a bit of a shame because I really like this idea of the whole Rulebreakers promo they've done, where they can boost up one stat and maybe take away from another, or just specifically boost up some areas of a card to make him a bit more usable, a bit more meta in the game. Because Akinfenwa without a boost, he would be quite literally never seen in any game or any team ever. So to have him with 81 pace is really fun. It's just really fun to have, and he's a fun card. Not so much a card you probably want to take into the weekend league or even Div Rivals, even though I did play all these games in Div Rivals because everybody in friendlies is a massive sweat, and I don't know why. I don't know why people take friendlies more seriously than Div Rivals. Maybe it's a PC thing, but it's really annoying because I just want to play FIFA, have a casual game, not worry about my win-loss record. I just want to play FIFA with these really odd cards, but I can't do that because everybody's a massive sweat in Rivals. Am I salty? Yes, I am. But I say sweaty, but they're probably just better than me, and I just don't fully understand. Either way, I played in Div Rivals and he was fine. So I think playing Div Rivals you'll be okay, but he's not going to win you the game. I think if anything he's probably going to be more of a hindrance. But if you're looking for a fun card, you've got maybe an English team and your friendlies sessions aren't as sweaty as mine, go for it. Go for it. Why not? You literally, he's free. He's a good card. He's fun. Maybe not so usable, but he's really fun. And he's massive in game. His in-game character is huge, and I think that's probably one of the biggest selling points to actually get him, just to see his in-game character. And yeah, some of the celebrations with him are actually hilarious. So worth a shot. Even though he's not the best, I think it's worth getting. So there's that. There's another episode of The Best done. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been somewhat informative. Maybe if you've been looking to get Akinfenwa, or maybe haven't fully done him or have done him, hopefully it was somewhat helpful for you. Of course, I will be doing more of these in the future. I'll be doing as many as I can with the time that I got over the next eternity, probably. I don't really know, but over the course of FIFA 21, I will be trying to do as many icons, because of course icon SBCs are coming out. Icons, we've got general just cards. Hopefully try and do some more of these rule breakers, because I missed out on a few of the want to watches. Not that I think it's really too important, because they are just the base cards. When they get some upgrades, I'll probably do them then. But yeah, I'll be trying to do these as frequently as I possibly can. With that said though, that's today's episode complete. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot. I really enjoyed playing with Akinfenwa. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of these graphics we've actually got. You know, we're moving up in the world. Got some actual motion graphics in the background, which is very cool. Of course, our brand new Zen Garden. We'll jump back to, I think it's time to jump back to our main studio. Yeah, of course, I'm always improving these, always creating new stuff, trying to be just a little bit more creative, I think, on YouTube. I think that's what it's all about, just having fun as well. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please do drop it a like. That would be very, very much appreciated. If you want to see more of this content or any more of the videos I do produce on this channel, there's going to be plenty more coming, definitely over lockdown as well. So if you want to stick around for those, do hit that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified for videos, do hit that notification bell as well. But with that said, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.